voice that deserves to be heard. Let's advocate for climate friendly policies at local, national, and global levels. This could involve writing letters to our representatives or even starting petitions to push for sustainable practices in our schools or communities. Youth are often at the forefront of technological advancements. We can harness this by creating apps or platforms that promote sustainability, like a carbon footprint tracker or a community resource sharing app. Collaborating with tech savvy friends could lead to innovative solutions that address climate issues. Let's connect with existing organizations focused on climate action, partnering with NGOs or local environmental groups can amplify our efforts. We can organize joint events, share resources, and learn from their experiences while making a bigger impact together. Art is a powerful medicine. Art is a powerful medium for change. We could host art competitions or exhibitions focused on climate themes, painting murals that raise awareness about deforestation, pollution, biodiversity loss, and environmental degradation. Our or creating music that inspires action, expressing our concerns, creativity can resonate deeply with others. In conclusion, creatively, we can make a real difference. Let's take action now, not just here. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for your valuable insights again. Next, I would like to invite to Pira Altaf to share your views.
Hello everyone. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you can speak.
Okay. Hello and a very good evening to everyone. This is Tracian from Pakistan and I'm actively working for the empowerment of the youth, and this year I'm working as I will be a COP29 delegate as well. So it's really privileged to be here and speak on such an important topic, which is youth actions for the climate change. And so let's begin my views and the thoughts on such important topic, which is really close to my heart. So as we know that youth, because we know that we are gathered here today not just to discuss about the future, but we are here to actively shaping it. Because every country having around 40 to 60% of the youth population, and around the globe we are around more than 1 billion youth people, and we are the one that we can change, we can create a change and sustainable future for everyone. So as young people, we are not simply the inheritors of the future, but we are the creators of the it. So the urgency of the climate crisis cannot be overstated, because we know that rising temperature, extreme weather events, and the degradation of our natural ecosystems are no longer a distant threats, but they are the present reality. For that situation, we need bold actions and the bold voices. And for that purpose, young people and the youth organizations and the youth people can actively participate in to raise the voices for such climate crisis. As from Greta Thunberg's school strikes that sparked a global intention and the global recognition, and nowadays every other person has been actively engaged in that organization, that is the Fridays for the Future, and they are actively working. And even we are having another organization which you all are connected, which is Climate Environment Key Global, and every other organizations are connected with it to raise your voice for such climate issues, because we know that we have to create a sustainable future. We have to create a future and for a climate crisis free one. So for creating such issue, for creating sustainable future for everyone, we are the youth that lead the charge. And we know that the question is that why the young people or the youth play an important role in climate actions, because we are the one, we have witnessed the devastating effects of climate change. Every year we have seen drastic effects of the rising temperatures, devastating effects of the floods, or even the natural ecosystem has been destroyed, such climate issues. So we need to create a sustainable future for not us, for our future generations as well. How we have to create such future for sustainable future? We need to raise your voice. We need similar like-minded peoples that can collectively raise their voice to strike for that. So our government, our people can make a bold policy. So the ban on such issues or the climate crisis which are really affecting our environment, so we need a bold actions, and that actions can be taken by youth and the youth people and the youth organizations as well. So how the youth people are connected and how they can raise your voice, what are the platforms and what are the ways they can raise your voice? So we need like for example, we say that the youth are not only calling for the change, but they are building the solutions. And how they can build the solutions? By creating apps to track the carbon footprints, by using a social media to raise your voice, to create, like for example, the kind of a government department in Pakistan. I'm working with it as an environmentalist. I need to raise the voice in what is happening in my neighboring city, what is happening in my own city. Just record it, post it on social media. Every person can initiate, or they can get the idea what are the crises in your city, in terms of climate crisis, in terms of water conservation, in terms of air pollution. You are the one that can lead that such organizations or lead such issues, because government need to change and need to create that platforms or policies which are better for us and for our future generations as well. Because this is the digital age, and for the digital we need digital platforms as well. You can use your LinkedIn, social media like the Twitter, like X, and even you can use your Facebook and Instagram as well. Just highlight the issue, make your different kind of people, you have to gather it and then raise your voice for that specific issue as well. If you are not working on specific, you can generalize your issue as well. So as we know that this fight cannot be won alone. You need a like-minded people. You need a like-minded organizations to work with, because climate crisis demands a collaboration across the generations, across the sectors, or even across the borders as well. We need a government, international organizations, and the businesses to join forces with the youth and with us as well, to listen our voices, to implement the bold policies and innovations that we are advocating for it. It means we have to collectively work for this, whether our government, whether our different like-minded people, or even international organizations. We need to create a change. That change should be taken by creating bold policies. Like in this year, in COP29, the people can be talk about youth and the climate loss and damage, and even they can talk about the fossil fuels as well, because you have to create a renewable energy changes and renewable energy alternatives. So because renewable energy nowadays is really important, because the fossil fuels are really affecting our ecosystem as well. I can here say that because what kind of challenges and the crisis or the barriers can be affected these youth people, because of course every person if takes an initiative they can face a lots of crisis or a lots of boundaries as well. For that purpose your government, your people, or even funding, you need to take the funding as well. But remember that when there is every challenge comes an opportunity as well. Every challenge comes with an opportunity as well. Do not lose your hopes. You have to raise your voice. You have to take an action. You have to take one step. Every person is with us because we are the youth. We are the one to create a sustainable future. And I'm concluded my speech here because I leave that here that because youth are not the future, we are the present here, and we are the one that are already taking the bold steps to protect our planet. Remember that there is a not planet B, that is a planet A, and that is the only planet. We have to protect it. We have to create sustainable future. We have to create those steps or bold policies which can be better for us, for our present, for our future generations as well. Because we are the one that is because we are the one we have to change with, because it's the time that the government organizations and even the private sectors to partner with us to recognize that the young people are not just stakeholders but the solution makers as so this is all from my side, and these are the thoughts because youth can play a vital role in such to highlight the issues, to make solutions as well. Thank you so
Excuse
much for your
me,
precious time.
your time is over.
Okay.
Okay, we are very happy to hear your thoughts. Thank you, Pira, for your valuable insights. Next, I would like to invite to Rehanullah to share your views.
Hello everyone, my name is Hazirullah. I am from Pakistan. I discuss about the climate change and key causes of climate change and how to minimize the climate change. What is the climate change? The climate change has the long-term shift in temperature and weather pattern by the human activity or the processes like volcanic eruption and solar cycle contribute to this shift. Human activity are the main driver of climate change. Just like the burning of fossil fuel also cause the climate change, like coal, oil, and gas. They release the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The key causes of climate change is that, and mostly they cause the climate change. The burning of fossil fuel. The fossil fuel burning produced carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases that they trap the heat and warm the all atmosphere. The second one cause is deforestation. The deforestation reduce the earth ability to absorb carbon dioxide. The third one is agriculture. Livestock farming releases methane, potent greenhouse gases, and the methane gases is one of the most big cause of the climate change because they trap the heat for livestock. Industrial processes emit various greenhouse gases and pollutants just like carbon dioxide, methane, CFCs, nitric oxide. I have shared about climate impact of climate change, rising the temperature, melting the glacier and ice caps, rising sea levels, more frequent and severe weather events just like hurricanes, droughts, floods. The next one is loss of biodiversity. They are the impact of climate change. And last one, how to minimize climate change? Reduce greenhouse gas emission. Transition to renewable energy, shift from fossil fuel to solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal energy. Energy efficiency use efficient appliances, insulate building to adopt smart energy solution to reduce waste. The second one is reforestation and afforestation. most necessary for the climate change to secure. Tree absorb carbon dioxide, so planting tree help capture carbon from the atmosphere. Protest forests prevent deforestation by the enforcing laws and promoting sustainable land use. They are the most important for climate change. The third one is sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture to improve farming practice use sustainable agriculture method that reduce the emission and increase soil carbon dioxide. The fourth one is waste management. Waste management to reduce, rescue, recycle, lower waste generation, recycle material, and compost organic waste to reduce the land and methane emission. Thank you. Thank you. This is my fee.
Okay, thank you, Rehan, for your valuable insights. Please note that if you have anything to share, please raise your hand. Okay, I move to the next thought. I would like to invite Muhammad Sifan to share your views.
Good evening, everyone.
Muhammad Sifan.
I am Mohammed Shifan
Okay.
from Sri Lanka. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah, you can share. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I am Mohammed Shifan from Sri Lanka. In the topic climatic change, I thought most of all say the all topics related to the climatic changes. And the main important topic to be discussed is crop rotation method to bear the climatic changes. In crop rotation methods, we can change the crops according to the durations and according to the periods during the rough periods and during the rainy seasons. We can change necessary crops and we can do the plantations accordingly. So that plantation methods can be reduce the climatic changes and it can be affect the climate. I think the topics were discussed by others. So I thought related to the climatic discussions is this all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad, uh, for your valuable insights. Next, I would like to invite to Ejaz Akbar to share your views. Ejaz Akbar, can you hear me? Okay, I move to the next thought. Mary Anosha to share your views. Okay, I move to the next thought. Sovik, can you share your views? Sovik, can you hear me? Okay, I move to the next thought. Odeta Konda to share your views. Can you share your views? Odeta, can you hear me? Okay, I think Isatullah have some thoughts you can share. Isatullah, please share your thoughts. You raise your hand. Now you have time. Isatullah, we cannot hear you properly. Isatullah, we cannot hear you properly.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for another opportunity. Now I can speak. The first of all, climate change is not just a matter of releasing a certain um, amount of gases in the air, but it is intertwined with politics, lifestyles. That is a way it has become so difficult to solve this problem. Uh, we bombarded with conflicting message. Mass media broadcasts report of ongoing weather disaster alongside advertisement for cheap flight and new cars. It is a matter. And also, why is climate change denial still spreading? It is equations. And also, dominant media that have not taken the issue seriously, and also lack of support for front line climate efforts, and also distortion of politics due to pressure and campaigns, lobbyists, and also development is defined and in this climate consumption and production of the wrong stuff. Farmers who have done business with the gains of the agriculture industry, he know very well that this system is follow it and needs to be fixed. Industrial agriculture has not expanded because it is necessary. But there are many reasons to consider this type of agriculture to be highly efficient. It is better if farmers produce food for themselves and their local communities. Sustainable agriculture will be successful when it is done on a local scale, and its goal is to feed. No forget the fact that more deforestation has taken place in cities and advanced area. We should compensate the native the indigenous people defend the forest in very way they can from lawsuit to direct and practical action. The majority of the world people, farmers, workers, and indigenous communities who are the for front of problems and have many solutions should be included in these discussions. We must and also we must find new ways of living and working, sharing power and enjoying life. And also those who have the most responsibility is creating the problem of climate change should spend the most time, energy, and money to solve this problem. And also, it is mainly the people of all countries, majority world or global suit that bear the worst effect of climate change. 95% of victims of natural disaster live in poor countries. We can not turn off the heating of everyone's houses in cold countries or stop the production of medicals. Develop not option for transformation and absolute blackwood. And also, why do you think rich governments overdo some to and also the current world needs a clear distribution of global resources. This is contrary to how the current world economy works. And another matter is in the topic of climate change, the agreement of many richer countries is that if poorer countries did not give birth to so many children, our situation won't be better. This is now no do with that the more people there are on earth, the fewer resources there are for each of them. But I think that today the population is often used as a tactic to interim rather than face the pressing issue. It means that in this climate consumption richer countries, for example, when Canadian and also science traveling by means of high speed. We hear
Okay, thank you, Satullah, for your valuable insights. Next, I would like to invite Jibrin Liasu Ibrahim for share your views.
Hello, good day, everyone. Like what he said, My name is Jibril Ibrahim Ilyasu. I'm from Nigeria. I'm so happy to join this very important meeting. Uh, Climate change, that is what we call anthropogenic activities on Earth. Environment itself, it can live without human being, but human being cannot live without environment. That is how God created environment to be. But due to our anthropogenic activities today, the environment has been deteriorated by human beings, like mining, deforestation, releasing fossil fuel to our atmosphere, that is carbon emission. So by this carbon concentration, all the atmosphere, and you look at the stratosphere, and the releasing of fossil fuel from our industry too. Somebody said before. So all those activities that we're doing, and the illegal agriculture we have, and then the releasing the plastic that is waste to our rivers, killing our aquatic environment, also causing the climate change that we call acidification, or this acid rainfall. By 2050, United Nations said it will be more plastic in river than fish. So it's another way of activities of man on earth that cause all those problems today we are facing. We are looking at the statistic of from 1940 to 2000, we have increase of global warming by 0.5. From 2000 to 2020, 0.5. From that 2020 to 2023, we have another 0.5 increase of global warming today. So when you look at the statistic, and this, what I said now, is increasing closely year by year. So man, now what we are talking about, how can we mitigate this climate change? By involving stakeholders, NGOs, government, and youth, civil society organization, and other people that have say in environment. And for my own advice today and the global setting, I encourage planting trees. That's what we call street tree planting campaign. One by own statistic, I'm an environmentalist. We did the statistic that one single tree contains 30,000 carbon ton. So all the carbon monoxide that we're releasing from our industry, the illegal mining, and the illegal activities that we're having, the trees can curtail and mitigate this carbon that releasing on atmosphere. So we need to plant more trees. We have reforestation, we have afforestation, we have beating up. So people are supposed to come and involve youth and women. We don't want to be gender biased today. So we involve all those people to come and agree. Let us start from somewhere, start planting trees. And secondly, I am advised people to go agroforestry practices. It's helping. These agroforestry practices are helping to mitigate this carbon emission in atmosphere, because we have chlorofluorocarbon that is releasing from our engine running from fossil fuel. So it can also curtail this carbon emission and the chlorofluorocarbon that we have and the nitrogen or that we have on Earth. So waste management also play important role on degrading our environment. We need to apply these practices of let's reduce the waste, let us reuse the waste, let us recycle the waste. In our cities, in our local areas where there's not waterway, let us create the channel where water can pass. We prevent this overflowing and gathering this waste, and let us release and separate the plastic. We have what we call biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. The biodegradable waste, plant material and other things can be degraded and neutralized biodecomposers and can be useful to our soils. It can add soil fertility. Then when we go back to non-biodegradable waste, metal and plastic, let us reuse them. Let us recycle them. Let us do something that today we are going to protect our environment. We have the stratosphere, atmosphere, we have the biosphere, and ecosphere, and hydrosphere. So all those, they are environment that life existed. So let man act very well and protect those environment for our future generation. Thank you very much for having this opportunity to speak on this important meeting. I'm saying thank you. I'm glad to see people from Pakistan, India, and other parts of the world. And I wish to be invited to another meeting like this. I will contribute immensely and more than like this. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak to the world today about the environment. Let's plant tree and save life today. Thank you so much for this great opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibrahim, for your valuable insights. Next, I would like to invite Veet Odia to share your views.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yvette Odier from Kenya, and it is my pleasure to discuss my views at this climate forum. Climate change is a global threat affecting our entire planet. All our ecosystems are at risk. The aquatic and the terrestrial ecosystems are at risk. And therefore, I'm here to share with you my climate adaptation solutions and mitigation solutions, which will help us to reduce the threats and slow the rate of climate change. Adaptation solutions are those actions which help to slow the adaptation solutions help us to lower the risks which might arise when climate changes suddenly, while mitigation are actions which tries to eradicate greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. And we all know that greenhouse gases are the main cause of climate change, and mitigations are those actions which will lower the rate of mitigations will try to eradicate greenhouse gases from our environment. And my first adaptation solution was planting of trees. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas. And also, trees are a home for birds and insects. This leads to a sustaining unit. By planting trees, our birds and insects can find a place to shelter in, and therefore leading to sustaining ecosystems. Some trees also produce flowers. Flowers attract insects and even birds. If we cut trees and if we avoid planting trees, birds will migrate, and if birds migrate, our climate will change suddenly. So we need to plant more trees. Another adaptation is planting drought-resistant crops like cassavas. Cassavas are hard crops and can survive in the hot ecosystems and areas which experience drought. Also, goat keeping is a good adaptation solution because goats can survive in areas with limited rainfall when they feed on the shrubs which are limited, and also goats can survive in areas with good rainfall amount. Another adaptation is efficient water use. For example, when we adapt to taking shorter showers and also recycling water and installation of stormwater systems. When we install stormwater systems properly, then we shall reduce the impacts of harsh sudden changes in climate, for example, floods. If the stormwater systems are functioning properly, then the risks of floods shall be reduced. Another adaptation is growing of tree varieties which could be fed to livestock as fodder. Yeah, some tree varieties can be grown and used as fodder during some periods when food supplies for our livestock is limited. And again, these trees will produce flowers which will be attracting insects and birds and leading to a sustaining ecosystem. Another adaptation solution is preparedness by having a rescue plan for the future. Our government there is a system and a plan which is set to rescue those who shall be in danger. Another adaptation is growing of fruits like bananas. Bananas are fruits which can be harvested repeatedly after they have grown and formed several suckers. The bulk suckers can be cut and fed to livestock when food supplies are limited, and even harvested banana stalks and harvested banana stalks can be fed again to livestock. So we will be harvesting bananas at the same time feeding our livestock using those stalks which we harvest. Another adaptation solution is proper waste disposal. This starts from sorting of wastes. We have to first sort waste and grade them. Some wastes are recyclable, some can be composed, and some can be reused. So we can compost some waste and use them as fertilizers, and those which can be reused so that we avoid filling up our landfills by waste. If all our lands is filled with waste, where will we cultivate? Where will we plant trees? We will be having a lot of waste in the environment. But to avoid the risks and the dangers which might arise due to poor waste disposal, like health risks, and also poor waste disposal along the rivers will block our rivers, and also along the stormwater systems. When we dispose waste there, they clump, and this results into slow water flow. This reduces the water flow, the normal water flow, and the water might overflow within our roads and even cause floods when there are severe storms. And the mitigation solutions which aims at lowering the total risks of lowering the total chances of greenhouse gas emissions are like organic farming. Yes.
Only 1 minute for you.
Organic farming is appropriate when we are trying to lower greenhouse gases and avoid the emission. For example, when we avoid using pesticides and insecticides, these are also causing greenhouse gas emissions. So we should practice more friendly farming practices to lower greenhouse gas emission. Another mitigation is efficient energy use, because when we have electricity, we can mitigate by switching off lights when not in use. Most of our electricities are generated by burning fossil fuels, which is also a cause of greenhouse gas emission. Another mitigation is using renewable energy sources, for example, solar energy and wind. Solar energy and wind does not generate any greenhouse gas, and therefore, if we use these energy sources for lighting and every other short, when we use this energy for light tasks which do not require much electric current, then we will lower the risks of greenhouse gas emission. Then another is embracing cycling and walking. If we walk and cycle as the means of transport, then we shall reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, which leads to global warming and therefore resulting to climate change. So by combination of adaptation solution and mitigation solutions will help to slow the rate of climate change and will help to reduce the risks and the impacts which might result when
Okay,
climate
dear,
changes.
your time is over now.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, dear, for your valuable insights. Next, I would like to invite to Ahmad Fedos to share your views. Ahmad Fedos, you can share your views. Okay, I would like to move Sumono Sunday.
Good afternoon, good evening, my fellow colleagues and our panel and our professor. I really appreciate the great job we're doing in mitigating the effect of climate change in the world and Africa entirely. I would like to talk about my current project here, which is an solution to mitigate effect and adapt to climate change, and it's all about tree planting. But this tree planting, I didn't just go for any tree to plant. I select coconut tree, though coconut tree level of absorbing carbon monoxide may be a very bit low compared to other type of tree, but I select coconut tree because it has an economical value and it can as well be a source of uh, income generation to the household. So my approach about the coconut tree planting is I give out free coconut tree per each household in my community, and we have about over 80,000 household in my community. Though presently at the piloting scheme, we were able to reach target of 5,000 household, and this coconut is I selected a dwarf varieties of coconut which has a very high yield and has a short yielding period between 3 to 4 years fruiting period. And why I select this coconut tree is because the value chain can be used to empower our women. You can derive various value added product from this fruit, such as virgin oil, coconut chips, and the likes. Then the coconut water is also good for our health, because the my community access to health care is still a very huge challenge, and we always record cases of diarrhea in my community, and which result to loss of electrolyte, and this electrolyte can be derived from drinking of coconut fruit water. So that's why I select this coconut tree, and I was able to get a little support from IFRC project support program. And presently in Nigeria, we are having challenges of heat warm and rainstorm as a result of climate change effect, and this coconut tree has helped immensely to reduce the heat storm in my community, because it helped to form shade around the household, and also help to absorb the rainstorm, because here we at in the last 2 months we experienced a heavy rainstorm that destroyed most of roofings in my community. But with the help of this project, which is planting of coconut tree per in each household, we were able to start seeing the positive effect on our community, and we hope that in the next 5-10 years, if the project is sustainable, we believe that it will definitely reduce heat storm and rainstorm drastically in my community. So I would like to propose that we should have a kind of advocacy ambassador, or probably a team cut across border that are devoted in taking up this tree planting exercise, just like in times of like a club or a very well structured team that will cut across the globe, whereby they will be helping the community in embarking this the solution to climate change, such as tree planting and the other like. So presently, I'm training some women how they can utilize the value chain aspect of coconut fruit, which is how to produce virgin oil, and how to apply the water in the area of health, how to manage their health anytime they experience diarrhea effect and the likes. So presently we're collaborating with I'm collaborating with my local government community leaders that is giving a helping support to preach to the household owners in planting coconut tree. Then in the area of we're still having the challenges of area of waste management, especially in Nigeria. We have this culture of anyhowness. So we have started a pet project introduced to community schools at elementary level in creating a culture of keeping waste appropriately. You don't dump waste on the ground as you like. You draw, you utilize availability of dustbin. And presently it's also part of my project. I'm giving out the dustbin to the schools. At least I've able to provide 5 dustbin to school that can as well help to mitigate the way of dumping their waste. So and if there's a dustbin available in every school, every community, they will be able to in sorting out waste will be very easy. And because the major challenge is lack of access to waste disposal bin. And if there's a waste disposal bin, to manage waste will be much easier because there will be easy to sort the degradable waste from non-degradable waste. Then and those who are into recycling will also be able to access the non-degradable waste for their
Excuse
own
me, your
business
time is over.
opportunity. So I appreciate everyone for this wonderful forum to contribute our quota. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Sunday, for your valuable insights. Next, I would like to invite to Sampath Disanayaga to share your views. Sampath Disanayaga, you can share your views.
Hello, hello.
Yes, Ejaz Akbar, you can share your views.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all of you. My name is Ijaz Akbar. I am a marine engineer and working from 25 years in Pakistan Navy. The main reason I think pollution and everything which is cause of global environment change. The main thing I think factories and all vehicles smoke is main cause. So here in Pakistan last year, heavy rain and heavy flood due to carbon emission. So we need to improve our thinking about the pollution reduction about this issue. And I think there is more thinking about global warming reduction, global awareness campaign for the tree planted and green. But I think if we need to minimize from where we generate the smoke induction in the air, like factories and other area. I am working on some device which is hopefully near to install. I am planning for this. So I think we have to everybody think about this to minimize the smoke in the air. Hello? Hello? Hello?
We are with you. Continue. We can hear you.
Okay, okay. I think my mic is offside. Okay, so
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
think okay, okay. If we we fitted a device which I thinking to made, and from many year I am thinking about it because on the ship this kind of a fitting item to reduction of smoke and hazard gases to the expel in the air, and many ships are making the smoke funnel to the direction to the world of water. So when I am leave my job, I am working here in a private organization as a safety engineer. So I thinking about this issues more. And last year we our our country and our people very too much damaged infrastructure and crops and many things due to this carbon emission and pollution and flooding due to flooding. So I thinking about this, and I need to some environmental specialist to share my thinking about this device to minimize these things. If anybody here, so I think he will be contact with me, and I want to share my idea with him. This is the main thing. This is a device which I thinking about. They are fitted on the funnel of the factories, and which is filter the smoke and stop the hazard gases and hazard material or some particle to stop here, and and stop to expel in the air. And also it will be some cooling system in this device will be fitted, which is minimize the temperature of the smoke which will be expelled into the air. So I thinking about this any specialist environmental. So I want to contact with him. Anybody who can share with me, and I want to share with him and take some decision about this. Anybody here? If you will be, I will be send my WhatsApp number or thing to share this idea, and we all to think about this because this is the future issues for the every country, like my country last year damage, and I want to protect everybody and every thing about this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ejaz Akbar. Your thoughts and your insights. You can email your things as well. Thank you again. Next, I would like to invite Sovik to share your views. Sovik,
Yes.
Sovik, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. I hear you. Hello.
Ejaz Akbar, your time
Yes.
is
Yes.
over and you can email your things as well. We are very happy to your thoughts. Thank you for your valuable insights.
Okay.
Next, I would
Okay.
like to invite Eja Sovik. Sovik,
Okay.
I would like to invite you.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you can share.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. Myself, Shovik from India. Uh, Today, I want to talk about a pressing issue that affects not just our environment but also
the lives of many people in our country, climate change and its impact on marginalized communities, especially the working class. In India, climate change is deeply connected to the struggles of those who live in poverty. These communities are the most affected by environmental degradation and the exploitation of our natural resources. The recent changes to the Forest Right Act and the introduction of Forest Conservation Rules 2023 threaten the rights of tribal people and damage the ecosystem that support their livelihood. Deforestation driven by corporate interest displaces these communities or disrupts the natural balance that sustains us all. From the perspective of the working class, rights to land, water, and forest, we must strengthen grassroots movements to ensure that their voices are heard through decision-making process. It is time to reevaluate our legal frameworks to prioritize environmental protection and the rights of indigenous people over corporate greed. One solution is to implement community-led conservation initiatives. This empowers local populations to manage their natural resources sustainably. Additionally, we must promote legal literacy among marginalized communities. Educating them about their rights can help them stand up against corporate land grabs and environmental injustice. Collaboration with civil society organizations can amplify their voices and create a united front against anti-environment laws. In conclusion, the fight against climate change in India must go hand in hand with social justice. We must ensure that the needs and rights of marginalized working class communities are the forefront of our environmental policies. I will share my opinion and solution through email. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sovik, for your valuable insights. Next, I would like to invite Ahmad Fedos. You can share your views. Ahmad Fedos, can you hear me? You can share your views. Okay, I would like to move Sampath Disanayak. Okay, I move to Zuhaira Yusuf. Zuhaira Yusuf. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you, Mr. Jayasuriya. I would like to move Tharani. Tharani, can you hear me? Mary Vanderi, can you hear me? You can share your views. Vanderi, you can share your views. Can you hear me? Please note that if you have anything to share, please raise your hand. Ibrahim, you can share your thoughts again if you want.
Yes, sorry, my own is additional this thing, Mr. Ajal. I don't know whether I called the name correct. That he talked about I'm from Africa, I'm from Nigeria, so I want to make a partnership so that we'll make another group or to advise. I'm environmentalist, I'm climate change expert. So I want to see how can we generate this idea that he brought in different continents in the world. So that I requested his number from the background, but he didn't respond. Please, if you can drop the number on WhatsApp or here on this platform so that we will talk, we will see how can we bring other ideas to curtail to mitigate this climate change and other uh, contaminated air that we have, like industrial air, which we call carbon monoxide and other things, and even this introduction of the a natural gas plant. You understand? So that we use plant material and produce gas in our countries and our homes. So it will help women to cook. You understand? We know we need this green energy production, like electric car, solar production, and we use other waste products or byproduct of plants and produce all those things. And the idea he talked, I like to be partner with him so that we see how can we advise each other to share idea to help the world, because environmental activities is my assignment. I really want to make an impact to the world, starting from my continent here in Africa, Nigeria, and share ideas to the other side so that youth can gather and make a very significant impact in the environment so that we will reduce the influence of climate change in the world. Please, Mr. Ajal, if you can drop your number, I would like to get the number so that we will start working immediately. Time is not in our hand, it's not on our side. Let us do something that this world will appreciate us as youth that will have energy today, so that tomorrow our future generation, our planet will be better environment to live for our children. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibrahim. Mr. Sandun Jayasankar Jayasurya, you can share your views. Okay, sure, you can. Oh, sure. Sure, you can raise your hand and get your chance. Okay, thank you to all your speakers for sharing your powerful thoughts and perspectives. Your contributions are critical in shaping the future of global climate change action. As we conclude today's session, we hope that these discussions have sparked ideas and will inspire continued collaboration. Together, we can create a sustainable future for generations to come. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing the outcome of COP29. Let's continue to act, innovate, and let's in the fight against climate change. This concludes today's session. Once again, a heartfelt thank you to our speakers, participants, and partners, especially the United Nations Environment Programme, for their continued support. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.